Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is ISMA NURAINA BINTI ISHAM. So today I'm going to do presentations about the SWOT analysis for TQ management services. So first, TQ management services is an accounting firm and also a member of Malaysian Institute Accountant (MIA). They were established by the Chartered Accountants in 10 May 2004, and they offer variety of corporate services to company business, and they are also located in Kota Baru, Kelantan. So for missions, visions and objective, their missions is we personalize the services, offer practical solutions, understand the needs of our clients, and develop lasting relationship on reliable, straightforward and proactive communications. And for their missions, TQ management services seek for provide professional services to meet client needs through mutual financial success. And the last one is the objective. So the objective for TQ management services is to ensure the company and financial statement report is compliant with legislations as in the Companies Act and Income Tax Act. Okay, next for my reflections, training reflections. So for my training reflections, my practical starting for 24 weeks begin from 1st March 2023 and the end is on 15 August 2023. So my working hour is starting from 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. without lunch hour, but we are given a time to perform prayer and also we can eat while working. So as a finance student, I think my biggest hurdles are learning how to conduct accounting and how to keep a positive attitude while working non-stop. Okay, so during my practical journey, I was assigned an accounting department where I was responsible to key in data in UBS accounting system. So during the journey, I was given an opportunity to handle four accounting for clients for businesses. So for example, I was given an opportunity to handle 2-year accounting periods for Yi Enterprise, which is at the year 2021 and the year 2022. First task, I need to arrange all documentation related, such as invoices, expenses, sales, and so on. And then I need to key in all the transactions in UBS accounting system. I also need to do bank reconciliations within the system for 24 months. So again, in-street and out-street. So first, I'm gonna talk about the out-street part. I think the TQ management services mainly business is providing the accounting service for a customer. But as a finance student, even though I have an accounting background, but I think it's still the advantage for me because the last time I did accounting is during my diploma years. So I need to recall back everything that I learned from my diploma years. So I think that a bit the advantages for me. So the in-street part is I think I gain a lot of new skill. Firstly, I learned on I improve my technical skill, but I learned about UBS accounting system. So UBS accounting system usually used by the accountant or accounting students. So it's as a finance student, it's first time of me of using this software. Second is my communication skill are also improving, as I need to refer a lot of paper when I'm encountered with any accounting problem. Fortunately, my supervisors and the workmates there are really nice to help me. So I learned on how to speak properly, how to communicate with them, how to ask the question to them. So TQ management services also provides allowance for me of 150 monthly. Okay, so next is SWOT analysis. Okay, for strengths, TQ management services has highly and knowledgeable employee. They also offer high quality services to their clients. Second, for weaknesses, the nature of the account itself that involve the mental health of their employee and the competitive rivalry and opportunity. The opportunity for TQ management is the law, regulations and technologies, and the last one is threat. So for threat is about the economy and the changes in industry behavior. For the first SWOT analysis is strengths. So first strengths, I think TQ management services have high skill and knowledgeable employees. So for the one that work for the TQ management services, mainly that have a high skill and knowledge in doing accounting. Even though some of them are based on even level in accounting, as some of them are MIA members and some of them ACCA members, and even some of them are a degree holder for accounting. But they are really good at performing in their specialty work. So having skill and knowledgeable worker make them put the synergy and putting and creating the healthy competitive working environments as the differences we're putting them all together. So beside that, it's also helping them to create to increase the productivity and competitive advantage through minimizing the waste and fostering teamwork. So I think the recommendations my recommendation for them are to providing training and upskilling. So based on the surveys I did, based on the research that I did, that the workers, around 40%, need to reskill their skill within for a period of 6 months, based on the current situation where the changes after the post COVID-19 with the changes in behavior of industry where AI is taking over. So upskilling and providing training for their employee is my recommendations, as they can be compete and adapting with the competition and the competition in the industry and also with the technologies. Another trend for DQ management services, I think they are providing the service quality offered to their customer. I believe that DQ management services offering a really good service to their client to keep their client loyal. So customer professions, especially in accounting, they take into the considerations about the organization making mistake and making their business need to making the business to avoid any penalties for anybody statutory. So ticket management services are possibility maximizing the error-free service to make them safe. For the recommendations, I think one of the recommendations is to improve the interactions between the service provider and the clients, as customer maybe highlights aspect of communication that are connected to accountants, advertise and competitions, that the accountant need to see at the viewpoints as a customers, and the readiness to reply that requires is from the client concerning about the service, about the law and the regulations. Okay, one of the weaknesses is pro mental health for their employees. So I think to say this, actually, I think the natures of being accountant itself can be the strong reason why majority of employees are getting burned out and slowly affecting their mental health. So strive and doing the repetitive work for a long period of time can lead to the mental health issues. So this is my own observations, where I observed that it take a long one worker, it's not a long time for one worker to do accounting for one company. Even in my case, when I'm doing for my first project, which is for Yi Enterprise, it took me 2 months to finish everything up to do 2 years accounting period for Yi Enterprise. The process of doing that are not easy, as I felt totally burnt out, and it's slowly affecting my mental health. And this can also affect the effectiveness and efficiency of my work and lead to the poor performance. Okay, I have two recommendations for this issue. So one of the recommendations is to combating the burnout, which the company should to cultivate and encourage social support, where managers should allow the employee to interact and reflect on their work. So team level burnout and individual level burnout are really related, as if one worker started to feel burnout, and it's spread to a team burnout. So venting about painful and exhausting events, sharing coping mechanism, and offering social support can benefit workers in actually emotional taxing occupations. So for another recommendation I would like to give, that when you're making decisions, managers should give employee a voice. They should listen to their opinions, where the communication take place in both directions in this dynamic. So when the employee are giving their suggestions and recommendations, the manager should take considerations about their idea, so they be more appreciated when doing that. So giving that those conducting the work have a thorough understanding on how it should be performed and assigned. This is not unreasonable and fair, but make it logical for the employee to feel be appreciated. Another weaknesses is competitive rivalry. So there are many competitions, established accounting firms in London. So the competition is quite high, as this firm also offering the same services to their clients. To believe that this firm also have their own brand, strong brand and present in industry, because they also be in industry for quite a long period of time. So one mistake that we make can cause the dissatisfactions of customers and lead them to switch to others competitor. So that's why we need to keep the customer loyal with us by keeping the relationship with them. So one of the recommendations that I suggest for that are they can reduce the disconfirmation gap by modifying their actual performance to match their target audience expectations, by giving the best service to their customers to make their targets their clients' expectations. From the standpoint of customers, it makes sense for them to anticipate that a company pricing should be fair, and that the quality accrued by the client should be commensurate with the price that they pay. So, for instance, in the accounting system, the price is successful interventions to encourage behavior better for selecting services. So, certain clients' quality expectations are impressed by the specific prices that are offered by the company. So, I think another recommendation is they should do the service this way for the customer to improving or maintaining their reputations among the clients. So The company reputation must be improved. Its customer to see the brands are valuable and certified with the quality offered for the quality offered for their company, for their clients. So the same price, however, serve as a quality indicator. Customer customer certifications should be a good indicator of how well a company is doing its job. So I think by doing the customer certifications, they can measure their clients' certification with their performance. So one of the opportunities for the company is the law regulation. So based on the finding, the majority of micro businesses or SME are unaware about the accounting rules, law and regulations, but they are familiar with have a knowledge about the accounting rules, but they're not familiar with the regulations and law. So the law regulations are set to help those from taking advantage of. So financial report and documentations are not only limited for the business owner, but it also for the other creditors, banks, or regulator makers. So my recommendation for them are to follow a guideline provided by the statutory body to avoid any penalties. And furthermore, the company should always be aware and always be aware and updated with any changes set by the regulator. Any interest taken should be avoided, and this should be by doing the accounting, the integrity should be the main priority. So in other words, the accounting information that the organization ultimately report must be accurate, just and consistent with the status economy of the businesses. Okay, so another opportunities for companies is the technologies. So one of the issues that might be the majority facing by the accounting these days is delay in their work due to the insufficient documentation for their clients. This may be due to some clients did not keep on track of their documentations. So the innovations of technologies in there to help their accountants and their clients to overcome this issue, as it will help to develop corporate accounting system. Okay, so the introductions of information technologies as simple as accounting procedure by increasing the accounting efficiency and effectiveness, giving the business more opportunities to extend their business relationship and boost public trust. Recommendations for document management services. So my recommendation is to adapt and apply the innovations technology for the company. So according to previous study, the following main advantage of technology are reducing the risk, such as the risk of error, especially human error, that we are always making error when in the data, low risk of fraud, and system automations, big data analysis, huge cost savings, and increased reliability in financial reports, and it reduces workflow. So the automations of regular procedures and the decrease in error will universally acknowledged as advantage. So this benefit provide accountant more time to perform more value-added services and reduce error. In this way, the relationship between humans and technologies in the fields of accounting may be harmonious and need the gap may be filled by social complexity and human adaptability. So one of the threat for the company is economic during post-COVID-19, as the COVID-19 is not only affecting the small medium enterprise companies, but it also will affecting the accounting firm, as majority of the SME owner is a client for the accounting firm. So this company may face the possibility losing their customers due to COVID-19. So for example, that the SME businesses that before this are doing well might be facing some difficulties due to COVID-19, such as cannot be in operations, and all the worst situation they might be facing any bankruptcy. So for the company that provides service for SME, the accounting firm also might be affected. Recommendations for them are they should giving accounting advice when giving a situation solutions for this to help those SME owners in overcome the difficulties. Accounting services advices include the creation of stationary account, audit, tax bookkeeping, and business and financial advising. So throughout the developments and implementations of accounting and financial management to lessen the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the businesses, accountant and financial manager should actively participate in the recovery process of business during COVID and post-COVID pandemics. So accountants must take additional responsibility during that after COVID pandemic by regularly reporting on their organizations, evaluating those organizations, reversing their revenue and recognition policy, and implementing zero-based budgeting. Changes in industry behavior is another threat for the company. So despite having great possibility that this field carries on the top of their field, that many students are not interested in the field or becoming the auditor or accountant, which caused the auditing industry having a great turnover among the younger auditor. This is due to the high demand from other in other industry, such as these days a lot of people are considered to be a content creator when they can have a high net worth compared working on the professional field but still be underpaid. So my recommendations for this is the company should give an opportunity for the new accountant or fresh graduate to learn and adapt with the work culture, but opposing them to accounting tasks and giving them to learn and grow. We also give benefit for the company that because we can lead to the good performance and we help to increase the sales for the companies. And they should take the initiative by offering a future accountant something that worth their capability, such as they should be paid based on their work. And the school option are obviously not to be having and will be a burden for the workers. And they also should introduce balanced work life to their workers in order to take care of their employee mental health. Okay, so in conclusions, after finishing my 24 weeks internship periods, I think I learned a lot of things. First and foremost, is an eye opening for me. Like I gained a new experience of feeling the real working environments. It really teach me on how to adapt with the working environment. So furthermore, it also improved my technical and social skill. As for my technical skill, I learned about new things. I have a new knowledge of using the UBS accounting system. As I said before, as a final student, it's my first time of learning this about this software. So I think I learned a lot of things, and I also improved my social skill as I know how to communicate with these people, how the way to ask about the problem that I'm facing, how to overcome it together, how to build the teamwork with other workmates. So it also improving my social skills. So for me, thank you.